Well, interesting time for us. We are at AWS Summit in Bangalore and we are joined here by the two gentlemen, Kumar Raghavan, who is the head of startups, AWS India, and also Satyanarayana Nagarajan, the co-founder and CTO of Amnik. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us, and it is our obliged to have you and grasp all the knowledge you can give to our viewers. So, Satya, I'll start with you. Let's start with a big reveal. Let us know and let everyone know that what is the big reveal? What is Amnik AI and how it will support the cloud storage and transform the AI and technology industry in India?
First of all, thanks a lot, Hasta, to having us here. Today, we are launching Amnik AI, first of its kind, state of the art in terms of how companies can simplify the way they manage the cloud costs. So it's going to be a breaking barrier in terms of people spending a lot of hours with dashboards and how to interpret the data to actually use our context-aware agents, which could actually do this in seconds, right? So we are launching 4 new agents today.
Okay, that's great. Coming to you, Kumar, what do you see? Like, how is this opportunity very important for Indian industry as well? What are your thoughts about it?
Sure. Firstly, it's great to be here, but it's also super exciting to see the huge amount of crowd. This has been by far our largest AWS India Summit. So it's great to see the amount of interest. But it's also very exciting to see the kind of announcement that Satya has done today. So what this really shows is the kind of energy and innovation that startups in India are able to produce. And I think agentic AI is really given an opportunity to reduce the kind of time that it takes to develop a product, the time that it takes to innovate, and then bring it out into the market. I think people like Satya have been a great part of the ecosystem, which has really continually evolved over time. I think we've been able to compress the life cycle and the time that it takes for a product to become an MVP and become popular in the market. And yeah, great credit to what Satya has been doing. Congratulations once again.
So, Kumar, I would like to dig more deeper. How is AWS helping these ideations and ideas to go to the innovation sector? Like, how is it moving so smoothly and towards growth that we can see the numbers, how the growth has impacted, starting from the startups with the MSMEs and so many companies we see here. How is AWS helping from idea to innovation?
Sure. So we do 3 things really. So the starting point of a journey is our AWS Activate program. So at reInvent last year, our CEO Matt Garman announced an investment of $1 billion in AWS Activate for startups. What that allows startups to do is to lower their cost of curiosity. It allows them to fail fast, make those mistakes, and not pay for the cost of cloud. So I think that is one way in which we allow startups to accelerate their journey without the fear of failure. The second part is the wide breadth of services that we have. We have over 240 services. It allows startups to choose the right service for their product and then solve the specific problem that they are after. The third is also the go-to-market. So the AWS Marketplace, once startups have listed themselves there, it gives them access to over hundreds and thousands of our customers. And that helps startups scale and not have the kind of sales force that they would need typically to go and reach to so many customers.
Well, Satya, can you paint a clear picture of how Amnik AI is detecting and doing for the reporting, especially how it handles the reporting and detection of the environment?
So just to give a background, right, like generative AI has been there. With agentic AI, what it can do is it can perform tasks. So for example, let's say I'm actually speaking, suddenly I get a call saying that, hey, I need a report for my CFO so that he can present to the board in 30 minutes. Typically it takes hours. You need to understand the context and do it. So you could just go and type in Amnik AI saying, I need to present a report for my CFO. And this agent can understand the context and says it's a CFO report, not a CTO. So it puts all the business context and generates in seconds, which humanly would take 4 to 6 hours, right? So other agent like a governance agent can understand your anomaly is happening because of a deployment that went through or probably because of a traffic, right? So they are context aware agents to understand all these contexts and put it together and present in a way that you can easily interpret it and saving a lot of time.
Of course. So coming back to you, Kumar, how is AWS supporting these innovations and especially the Bedrock and Amnik AI intelligence, which is like going worldwide? How is AWS giving and acting as a catalyst to become a good growth?
Sure, when you take something like Amazon Bedrock, I think it does again 3 things for startups like Amnik. So the very first is Amazon Bedrock takes away the whole task of undifferentiated heavy lifting of deploying and managing servers for deploying AI infrastructure. So when you're in a startup phase, you don't want to use up your resources for all of these undifferentiated heavy lifting. You'd rather be solving the problem. So that's the first advantage. The second is the kind of choice we provide. So we provide a wide variety of LLM choice for our customers. And depending upon the task, there is no one LLM that's going to suit every task. So that wide variety of choice helps startups pick the right one for the problem that they are solving. The third is the enterprise grade security. So when startups are using data for enterprises, they want to ensure that the IP of a particular enterprise that they are working with is not leaked out. It's only for that particular organization. So when you're building tools and agents, you want to ensure that there is no data that's being leaked out. It follows all of the compliance needs, and all of those are taken care of by Amazon Bedrock as well.
Well, Satya, why AWS? Why did you choose AWS as a platform to release such a vast operation like Amnik AI? What's over that?
So Amnik has always been running on AWS from the day zero, and our partnership has been both technical as well as from the GTM perspective, right? For example, technical, like Amnik AI launched in Bedrock, one of the biggest reason is we actually have these cost data and that can't be leaked outside. So like what Kumara said, Amazon Bedrock helps us to make sure that we could use different kinds of models, but they are secured in our own environment. That gives our customer to say, oh, my data is not actually going out, right? So that way Amnik is built on Amazon Bedrock as well as Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service and bunch of other Amazon AWS services, right? On the GTM front as well, we are a AWS partner as well as we are on Marketplace. And with Marketplace, we have been able to easily and actually move into a North America or an APAC. What happens is, okay, you're already on Marketplace, so the trust is there. And actually our customers actually say, okay, let me buy the solution.
Of course. So Kumar, let's paint a bigger picture here. What are the trends you're seeing as upcoming in especially the Indian industries as startups? What technologies are you seeing? What innovations are you seeing? And what are the upcoming trends which are like literally spreading as a trendy base, which the Gen Zs are very fond of?
Yeah, what we are definitely seeing is a fairly widespread adoption of the agentic AI. Because it takes away a lot of these repetitive time-consuming tasks. So if I had to pick other examples, we have a startup called Composio. So they help enterprises build agents. So when they are doing that, they realize that they work with multiple LLMs and they have to use different connectors. And a lot of that undifferentiated heavy lifting was taken away when they moved to Amazon Bedrock. So that's one example. But what we also see is there's a lot of requirement for multimodal large language models. That's why we announced the Amazon Nova. And what we see is startups are using this in a variety of ways. So we have a startup called chatbots.team, and they are a customer experience based startup, and they use the Amazon Nova models to give human-like interaction in their chatbot service as well. But what we also increasingly see is startups, enterprises, small and medium businesses, even government organizations are constantly concerned about how AI is used. So we have a whole lot of tools on the Amazon Bedrock suite, like the Amazon Guardrails, which ensures that you don't respond in ways where you don't intend to. For example, if you're a financial services provider, you don't want to give out financial advice, and if that's not legal, so Amazon Guardrail will ensure that you don't do that inadvertently. So there are a whole lot of tools that help startups stay within the mechanisms that they want to deploy for their customers as well.
Of course, startups are the backbone of Indian economy if we talk about. And also, I wanted to mention that I also had a word with other AWS leaders as well, and they were talking about the importance of cloud storage, and rest of the house, state government and central government are also taking initiatives to give the adoption and skill development, especially when it comes to technology, to the people so that they can use widely. Well, your insights were lovely. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for speaking to us and painting a very clear picture of what we want today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Asta.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe. If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.